Hello, children. Here I am Anuradha ma'am with the next poem from the book Honeydew, The Ant and the Cricket. I request you all to turn to textbook page number 21 and listen carefully as I read the poem. Listen to know the correct pronunciations, pauses, etc. And be ready to solve a small questionnaire based on it at the end of today's session. Please pay attention as I read and explain at the same time. The Ant and the Cricket. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. The poem tells us about a cricket. Cricket is an insect. Okay? It was accustomed to sing, means in a habit of singing throughout the sunny months of summer and spring, when actually he should have been collecting food for the coming winter season. But he spends all his summer days in singing and enjoying, merrymaking. But he begins to complain when he finds that there is nothing in his cupboard to eat when winter has already arrived. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. "Oh, what will become," says the cricket, "of me?" Now see, the cricket sounds very worried. The cricket sounds hysterical because there is not a piece of food lying anywhere on the ground. The ground is completely covered with snow. There is not a single flower or a leaf on a tree that he can see. Means everything has turned white. Everything has been covered with snow. Everything has turned frosty. At last by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant, to see if, to keep him alive, he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of green. He wished only to borrow, he'd repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Now that he has understood that starvation, absence of food, not availability of food, can kill him, can cost him his life. Even though he's dripping with water and he's wet, he goes to the ant, who is a miserly ant. Miserly means greedy or mean. Here we cannot call the ant greedy because she has been working hard for her morsel of food. Okay, she's just being mean because the cricket spent all the time singing and dancing and merrymaking. And now when he needs food, he has come to the ant. Okay, he comes to the ant and he asks for shelter from the rain, a mouthful of grain. And he says he only wishes to borrow and he will repay it tomorrow. He will return the favors done by the ant tomorrow. But do you think, will he be able to? We're on page 22. Says the ant to the cricket, "I'm your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend." "But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm?" quoth the cricket. "Not I." This is a conversation now between the ant and the cricket. When the cricket goes to the ant, asks for help, the ants humbly say that we are in a habit of not borrowing and not lending. But the ant asks a question to the cricket. She says, "Did you not collect any food when in the summer and spring?" The cricket shamelessly says, "No, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. The conversation between the ant and the cricket continues. The cricket explains why he failed to collect food. He tells that my heart was so light, I was so happy in my heart that I spent all day and night singing and playing my guitar or, whatever it is. Because the nature was so beautiful, the surrounding was so mesmerizing. When the ant hears this, she says, "Oh my God, you were singing? Go then and dance the winter away. As you sang in the summer, you dance in the winter, and do not expect any help from us." Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I'll warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. Now see, this is the gist of the poem where we get the moral, the lesson of this particular poem adapted from the Aesop's fable. The last stanza says, the cricket lifts all his things and he leaves, he turns out of the door. People call this a fable. They call this a fable. Now a fable is a story in which the characters are usually animals and they give away a moral. They give a lesson for life, okay? So people call this poem a fable, this story a fable. It is true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. The 2-legged crickets are human beings who waste their time when the sun is shining and beg for fortune, beg for help when the difficult times come. Okay, the moral of the story can be given away with this proverb which says, make hay while the sun shines. Means make proper use of the time that you have, rather wasting it in wasteful things, useless things, unnecessary things. Okay, I guess you must have learned a lot from this poem. So, as the poem says, do not waste your time, do not waste the moments that you have, make them fruitful, make use of them, learn something, learn some good habits. The new words which are not included in the text are spring. It is the season after winter and before summer. Crumb means a small fragment or piece of bread. Miserly ant, remember, the greedy or mean ant. Sorrow means sadness or unhappiness. Folks are people or human beings like you and me. Fable, a short story with animals as characters conveying a moral. See, I've put up some pictures for your better understanding. The cricket enjoying and having a good time during sunny summer days, spring days, and later when snowfall starts, he regrets and thinks that he should have made hay while the sun was shining. In the first picture, we see that no beggars are allowed. The ant has put up a board saying no beggars are allowed here. And in the second picture, the cricket has put up his guitar or whatever the instrument it is for sale. That means he is now regretting. Okay? I don't want you all to regret, my sweet children. So make hay while the sun shines. Thank you.